Hey guys, and welcome to episode 76 of the Garage Athlete Show. I am joined today by Daniel Frazier. I think I got your name right there.
Yeah, he's done it. It's
Done
taken
it.
70 odd episodes, but he's crushed it.
So today we are going to be talking through Black Friday offers and I'll probably share my screen at some point and seeing what is out there. Obviously, it's an exciting time of year. I think across the board, well, last year, how were the Black Friday offers last year? I think they were quite good, weren't they? But
I don't remember it. Like, I don't even remember Black Friday last year. I must have done. I think I was looking for a toothbrush, maybe. But like, I've just bought a landmine attachment from Mirafit. And I was like, oh crap, should I have waited for Black Friday? But you're almost like, sometimes when you buy something full price, you're almost hoping it doesn't go on sale because then you'll feel okay about it. You're like, yeah, I made the right choice. When it goes on sale, you're like, oh man. It was that meme was like, hold, right, let's go. Oh yeah. Well,
I think somebody used that in their Black Friday like advertising last year.
I'm sure
the
they
Braveheart one.
I'm sure there's the Braveheart one, and then there's the is it the Lord of the Rings one as well, where they're at Helm's Deep? I think that one gets used as well. But my favorite is like, when like marketers catch on, because Aldi have had an amazing success with their marketing efforts, and basically they've hired someone a bit more in touch with what the youth are up to today, with what the kind of memes, all that kind of stuff. But my favorite now is when you go, some companies are like, they're like, yeah, we should get on like that meme action and all the stuff that younger people talk about, but they're using memes. And like, this is me as like a mid-30s now, old man, and I look at it, and like, even I look at some of the memes they use and all that, I was like, dude, that's so like 10 years ago. Like, you're still using these memes? Come on, guys. I mean, come on. Like, what are you doing? Or maybe they're doing it on purpose
until they're getting the TikToks on the go.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fucking TikToks. Yeah, no. I haven't succumbed to TikTok yet. I might do it at some point, but yeah, not for me at the moment.
I'm using a lot of Reels.
It's the place to be, though, man. It's the place to be. Like, you look at the reach you get on TikTok. It's insane.
TikTok is that, yes, you can grow an audience very, very quickly, basically because it's new. How these social media platforms work is when they're new, they make your reach massive so that you can grow quite a large following. And as they accumulate a user base, they shrink the organic reach so that you then pay. Well, businesses pay then to be seen by more people. So it was the same thing on Instagram like 10 years ago. You could just post something and like 80% of your followers would see it, whereas now if you post something, like, you're lucky if 0.5% of them see it.
Yeah, no, they really try and kill it. They're such assholes, aren't they? You'd be doing well, and they're like, "No, we're not going to push this anymore. Done." Like, I know for I don't play the game very well, but I know some people, and it's important. They really sort of pay attention to algorithms and how to get into it. I mean, this is how people. You can laugh at it and joke, but this is how people get in your feeds. Like, they're working to try and get in there, and if you get it right, you can do quite well out of it. But yeah, it's a proper, like, I wouldn't say struggle. You have to know what you're doing on it and then things like that. Like, it's not by chance you come across, if you're using your phone, the TikToks or the videos that go viral. It doesn't. It's not an accident thing that it happens. Like, people are doing it for a very specific reason. Like, to sign up to my OnlyFans and stuff like that. There's a reason that they do that.
When is that? I think my missus is just at home. Yeah,
love it. Nah, I'm not quite there yet. I don't know. I don't blame anyone that's on it or runs it. Like, fuck, it's good money. Why not? It seems to be a safer place for people to do that. But yeah, not quite there yet. Maybe soon.
No, when the cost of living crisis properly kicks in, you might be.
Oh god, it's starting to, isn't it? Jeez, like, I was talking to my mate the other day. Like, we're going to soon only be left with Pure Gyms, Greg's, and Weatherspoons and McDonald's, because no one else can survive. Like, businesses are getting destroyed, mate. Like, quite a few of my friends' gyms and gig venues and coffee shops have closed, and it's like, oh no, like, it really sucks.
Yeah, really sucks. It's the next kind of couple of years is definitely going to be interesting. I think it's one of those things. Could the government be doing more to help? They probably could, but are they going to? Probably not.
That's another question.
No. So Right, Black Friday stuff. So if I share my screen, I have got a number of companies up at the moment. So I had a brief look through Primal's Black Friday stuff the other day. The thing that caught my eye, I think we were talking about the other day, was the hack.
Oh mate, I'm measuring out a space in my gym for it. Like there was a time when I was like, I wouldn't like. I was like, hey mate, you all right now? How you doing?
I love you, all right.
Yeah, very good. Congrats on the wedding. Yeah, they're amazing. The twins are what, 2 now? Like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so we've
Christmas.
Yeah, I really am actually. Yeah, I've Cloda's now nearly 6, so she's gonna love it. And then the twins, I think they'll really get into it. But yeah, we've carved out some time now that we've got childcare sorted that we can get back on the podcast.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, get us. Go.
Deidre's missing you.
I very much was.
Yeah, he's frequently sliding in my DMs telling me he misses me, as I do him. But yeah,
he does that to me.
Is that how he gets your attention? Yeah, my Matt sometimes says she'd get better attention from me if she sent me a text than trying to speak to me. I'm like, oh god.
I think I would if I was trying to buy something off Deej.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I have to start paying for him.
Love it. Right, yeah.
Later,
right,
love.
so we're see that, mate. Where are we back on? We're leg press. Yeah, it looks fucking good, doesn't it? Like
it does.
Like
I know for a fact at some point I'm probably going to sell the hack squats that's in my garage and get one of these. Just
have you got a body solid one?
Yeah, this thing is a game changer. Every other one of these I've seen, like the plate would end about here. And when you're trying to like use it, there's so much pressure on your knees because the foot plate's so small, the angle it's on, it just absolutely wrecks your knees when you're using the leg press function. But all they've done is, it looks like it's the exact same amount of metal. They've just added these bits on so you can put your feet a little bit higher up. Really, really small change, but it'll make this piece of kit like so much better for like actually using it as a leg press.
Yeah, it's one of the things I never contemplated getting a leg press hack squat for the gym before. Whereas now with my current sitch and training, I quite like the idea of having something I can hammer. And you got two exercises in one there. And there's loads you can do with them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm currently doing hack squats with the landmine at the moment. I bought one of those linebacker attachments. It's pretty cool. It's working well for people I train, but yeah, like I quite fancy getting something proper hardcore like that.
Well, by the looks of it, they have completely sold out and they're taking pre-orders now. So I think Steve mentioned that on the group.
On the group, yeah. I'm not surprised because it, like, when you look at what else is out there, and it's round about the same price. It's pretty good, yeah.
I think I paid $1,200 for mine 2 or 3 years ago now. And obviously the cost of materials and basically getting it shipped here has all gone through the roof recently. So in terms of, and obviously Primal offer a financing option, which some of the smaller gym retailers don't, unless you go through kind of like a third party, which I think is quite cool. But their general Black Friday sale, I think a lot of their products are actually in this sale. Because I was looking at what was it? I was having a quick look through this the other day and I was like, oh, my credit card can't take this right now. I need to get off this website. Because I'm at that point with my home gym now where I'm kind of like happy with everything that I've got. Anything that I buy would be an upgrade. So I'm looking at probably a bench, getting a decent bench is the kind of next thing. So that's the thing I was looking at kind of across the.
What's that? 350. I've still got mine. It's good. I need to replace the pin pull bits. The pull pins. They've bent or they're knackered. But I did message Steve, and he was like, "Just send us a message, and we'll get those replaced." Because I have seen on newer versions, I think if you click on the bench, they have changed the design of the pull pins. But that's now my only complaint after what 2. No, that's the same there, but I think they have changed them from a picture I saw recently. Yeah, but that's kind of like My only complaint is that the pins just sort of they bent. I don't know if it was my fault or what, but they just bent. But then I've messaged Steve and he was like, "Yeah, we'll get this changed, no problem." And I was like, "I just haven't
I was
got
going
around
to say,
to
I
doing it."
think most Primal stuff comes with like a lifetime warranty as long as you buy it through them, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they're great. They're really responsive to messages, and they'll sort you out. So that's good. That I'm trying to find the
Yeah.
message.
Is it this bench that you've got then, the zero gap one?
Yeah, that's the one I've got. That I would say adjustables. Yeah, zero gap. Yeah, I would say more. I said in my review, minimal gap because of the way the pad sits. I mean, like I would say the top bit might be a tad short, but I am 6'3" for the pad on the top. So maybe I'm on the tall side. But then again, I quite like the fact when I'm overhead pressing, for example, my head's not against the pad, so I can almost, arch back that little bit more. So it's actually easier. Like when you use a shoulder press station in a gym, the pad's actually quite short, isn't it? So you can kind of lean back a little bit. And it's the same for this bench. It is quite nice. It's still heavy as fuck. It doesn't get any lighter.
How much does this thing weigh?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say 60K.
Yeah. Wow.
It's seriously heavy.
I was gonna say it's quite a bit because does it stand up or not?
It doesn't know. I've got mine on 4 pads. Yeah, so I've got mine on like 4 pads, not pads like mats on the floor, which I would use for say like doing block pulls or something, and then it works really well. I mean, that was one of my only criticisms of the bench is that it doesn't stand upright, but it's a very simple fix for like putting a few pads on top of each other and going up. I mean, if we're looking at adjustable benches, what else is out there? I remember, is it Bulldog did a pretty good looking one?
Bulldog.
Let's have a look. Bulldog. Is it strength or fitness or something? Bulldog gear. Is that it? Zero gap bench. Let's have it. Yeah, Mirafit do one now as well, don't they?
Oh, do they? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even include Mirafit on this list. How can I forget Mirafit? Our group was essentially a Mirafit fan club when it first started, wasn't it?
Oh, do you remember Mirafit used to be like just insanely cheap? Like everything was it, whether the quality was amazing or not, it was like so cheap that it was like, all right, I'll try. And then when the M3, I'm a big fan of the M3 stuff. With my Bells of Steel rack, it's the same box section and pin size. Make sure whenever you buy stuff, by the way, make sure the pin size is correct. I've made that error a couple of times where I haven't been able to fit it in the right hole. It's good to get the good stuff. Like for example, right, I'm having a look. This is on clearance. I think we've got the same bench up. Yeah, we do. So that's a great looking bench, and you see how the backrest is longer. So that I think would stand up when you wheel it, and that's like true zero gap if you look at it when the pad is flat. But you are paying 125 quid more for that. Which to me, is it worth 125 quid more? No. Now, like when I reviewed that bench, it was 500 quid, I think, and they've got it on sale for 350. And I think for 350 for what you're getting for that bench, it's a good deal. Like considering, like if these two benches were 500 each, I would probably look more at this one because I like the pad a little bit more, and I like the fact it's proper zero gap and you can stand it up, bolt upright. But for 150 quid less, it'll be the Primal all day for me.
100%. So it is just one of those things where I think a lot of these product choices, etc., will come down to kind of like personal preference and how much space you've got and what essentially you're using it for. So like for me, for a bench, my bench will probably sit inside my like cable pulleys / Smith machine. It'll just stay in there. So like having a heavy bench that doesn't really need to move around too much probably isn't going to be a problem. However, if you've got a lot more space and you need to be moving the bench around, like being able to store it upright so that it takes less floor space so that you can kind of do other stuff when you're kind of like not using the bench would definitely be something to kind of consider.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've got a very good expensive bench, I'm sold on that. You need a very good expensive bench. Like they're really, really good. But just there's no movement when you press. It feels solid as AF. The pad's nice. Like personally, I'd probably get the pad made a little bit thicker, but if I'm going to bench, I've still got my fat pad, so I would use that.
Yeah.
But then like a good adjustable bench with loads of adjustments is like essential in my opinion.
Yeah. I think
Don't skimp
especially
on
with how
your
you're
bench.
training now.
Straight up bodybuilder, bro.
Straight up bodybuilder, brilliant. I converted you.
Yeah, well, yeah, finally. I just
took me 2 years, but we got you there eventually.
yeah, I mean, I'm not, yeah, don't expect me on any time on stage anytime soon. But no, I enjoy the pump. I enjoy just training one muscle group at a time. It's quite fun. Or two muscle groups at a time, really. Hang on, what's this? I'm just on the Again Faster website. All right, so I think this is that's their elite. Yeah, 465, mate. The Primal Monster bench at 350 still coming out the winner for all of it.
Yeah, I think with everything that I've seen across kind of like the benches, to go in for that, as you said, I think in terms of what you need to spend a decent amount of money on for a home gym that's going to have longevity, the three things I would say would be a rack, a bench, and then a decent bar. Because if you go cheap on any of those things, you may find at some point you're probably going to end up having to upgrade it to be able to essentially keep up with kind of like how you're training. I think especially like a rack, if you go cheap on a rack, you're definitely going to need to get a more expensive one at a later date.
We're not talking crazy amounts of money either. Like for a good rack, like 70 mil box section, 75 mil box section. Yeah, it's great, but you don't need it. Like I've got 60 mil and it's, it's totally fine. And I can't remember what I paid. I think I paid 400. So for the sake of paying 400, it will keep you for fucking ever. Like, it's not a bad investment, really.
Definitely.
Right. So the Mirafit M4 0 gap bench, and they look like similar copy, and it has.
Have they got an M4 range now?
Apparently so. This is 550, so it's a good 200 quid more than a bench which kind of does the same thing.
Yeah. The only difference being obviously you've got that
I like the
bit
handle
on the top to be able to do abs.
Does it come with that, or is that an extra?
It looks like it comes with it. Yeah, it looks like it's attached.
Yeah, leg attachment. Okay, so it comes with it. All right, so let's say add 100 quid onto the Primal bench, 450. So it's still 150 more. 100 quid more, sorry.
And I don't really understand is that abs up there that you do with that? Or?
Well, where it's good for is if you want to do decline bench, like a proper true decline, it's very good. Yeah. You can hook your legs in and do it that way, or you can do ab curls. But at the same time, for the sake of a couple of plates under one end, it's not, is it worth 100 quid? Not sure.
Oh, wow. This comes with a lot. I'm not going to read through all of that. But yeah, I also foresee like some detached quadriceps from the angle on that as well. You ever seen those videos where people are doing like the decline stuff and you just like their knees just pop because the quadriceps have been over? I won't pull up the video because
I don't want to see that.
Demonetized. But yeah, basically they're doing like ab stuff where they've got the feet in it, but then they're putting so much pressure on the quadricep, it literally just detaches it from just above the kneecap, and then they're pretty much stuck there because they can't move the legs and they're trapped in this machine sort of thing. So yeah, be careful if you are doing decline leg-based stuff.
Crap. Wow, that's kind of shocked me a little bit. That
I'll send you.
Don't send it
a video later.
I don't want to see it. I hate those videos. Like I don't want to see any of those videos.
And it's horrific gym injuries.
No, I don't want to see it. Yeah, no, Extreme Fitness don't have any zero gap benches. But they've got decent bench. Like that one up there, it's like the M3 Mirafit bench. That was a great bench. I really liked it. I sold it, but it was a great bench. Yeah.
Is that the flat one or the adjustable one?
No, the adjustable one. It's the one. There's loads of companies that do the same with different variations, slightly different variations, but they're all pretty much the same. It's the one with the little like feet, like shin spongy bits at the front. But it was a great bench. Like, I think I paid 250 for that, and that was really good. But then again, if like that bench was up for 100 quid more, I would have got that one, like without even thinking about it. Well, it's been a while since I've browsed the equipment. It's not bad.
Oh, it's this
I
one.
mean, yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it? What does it cost now? 280.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a okay jump. I guess it's only what, 30 quid, is it? It's not the end of the world, but let's have a look. God, I remember like when Extreme Fitness first launched, it was ridiculous the deals you could get. Well, obviously they wanted to make a name for themselves, but I remember just looking at the prices like, what? I'm gonna buy everything. And I think I did. Yeah, I recently sold some plates from them, which are bloody great, but I'm not going to be deadlifting 300 plus probably ever again. So yeah, I sold that. Well, I wouldn't mind an open trap bar, actually.
Open trap. I've seen a lot of talk on those on the forums and stuff recently. They seem to have gone through a bit of a, you get certain things that like pick up traction. So like probably 12 months ago, it was belt squats, like how to do a home gym like belt squat. And every man and his dog wanted one of these attachments to do belt squats at home. Like I do rate belt squats as an exercise. However, spending 300 quid on something to just kind of do belt squats when you are physically capable of doing back squats, or buying a cambered bar or something like that so that you can do back squats, is there any more benefit to it?
Probably not. Well, here's the thing, like, wait, 300 quid for a belt squat would be a bargain these days, but like you're talking a lot of money. Like if you've got money to burn, then why not? If it makes you happy, yeah, buy whatever you want. But like you say, everything you've got to think about footprint, functionality, and is this the thing that's going to like really help your training? Like there's always gadgets out there. There's loads of ways to, I don't know, is the expression skin a cat or stuff like that? There's loads of ways you can do. Yes, many ways. There's those different attachments, grips, bars, all that kind of shit. But you kind of think like this kind of thing, like, do you need it? It might not be, but it's like, do you want it? Like, could it help you training that little bit more? Like, are you willing to invest? I don't know. For me, like a couple $100 on a bar that's going to help me able to bench because my shoulders feel shit. Yeah, that's worth it. It's good. Or £100 bar. Yeah, sure. Weights you've flown about for, a good price per kilo. Yeah, no problem. But then you got your sort of your fun things that you get on top, like your belt squats and like, do I need to buy? The thing I sort of seeing was
the reverse hypers.
No, oh yeah, I mean they're around as well. I think where they made a good product is it Rogue that brought out with the West Side, the Scout Hyper, which folds up and puts away. I think it wasn't priced too bad. And I know for me that they didn't really work. It actually made my pain worse. Whereas I know for some people the reverse hyper is really nice and it gives them a lot of relief. So it's kind of like, well, if that's the thing you need or it makes you feel great and you're happy having it, yeah, why not? Like, God, like, great, go for it. But where that was good is it folds up so it can be put away. So traditionally reverse hyper takes up a lot of space, whereas the footprint's like nothing because you just fold it up, put it to the side. It's great. Like I bought some stuff off of
and basically anything for a home gym, you either need to be making it have a small footprint or that it can be stored away quite easily. It's why foldable racks became really, really popular, especially kind of like during lockdowns, as people were, especially if you're in this country, like most garages are single garages, so space is at a premium. So if you can have a rack that literally you'd kind of like fold out, but the amount of people that I know that bought a folding rack and then just leave it out is just like, doesn't that kind of defeat the object of having a folding rack?
Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't buy it, because I halved my rack. And it's been good actually. Like I've kept it half, like, and it's actually functionally to work really well. Opens up a lot more room. But I thought about getting a folding one, but everyone I spoke to that had a folding one was like, I've never folded it. It just stays out. So I was like, well, what's the point then?
Well, for me, I just got the M3 Mirafit M3 rack, but like the short version, so it's really narrow.
Yes, yeah. I think that's yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't really squat at home anymore. So all I'd use it for is kind of like bench. So it doesn't really matter about kind of like the width in between, and compared to, because I had the Mirafit M2 before, like the distance it comes out forward is a lot less. So now I can like do my deadlifts and I can do my floor work actually in front of the rack, rather than before I was having to figure out how to do like rack put. I was having to, if I was using barbell work, I was having to do it inside the rack. And that created other problems because my rack stands right next to my Smith machine. So the Smith would either have to be like right at the top position, or if I was doing squatting, it'd have to be like right down at the bottom position. And it just made moving things around a lot harder. I think the next change I'm going to make to the gym is there's currently a wardrobe in there that needs to go to my sister's house because it came from my mum's house. Once that's in there, I want to move everything around so that I can basically put like a desk and stuff in there and be able to work out there.
Yep. That's a good idea.
I'll probably have to wear about 3 jumpers, especially this time of year, because it'll be freezing.
Yeah, I was gonna say my gym's currently got a double pram in it and a bass drum. But I'm gonna move that out. Yeah. But,
on that note, should we go on to let's have a look for some racks in terms of the deals?
Yeah, so I mean, have a look at I think the M3 offers quite a lot, that rack. I think in terms of the price, I would still choose my rack, but I'm not sure if he's still. I'll have a look if he's still got it going.
Yeah. I do like the modular systems that Muscle Squad and Primal have come out with recently for racks.
Ah, yes, we need to go on Muscle Squad. Yes, we do need to.
Not racks. Because I think what it allows people to do is build. Right, that's great. Just crashed Muscle Squad's website.
Yeah, he's got no racks.
It allows people to have as much or as little rack as kind of they need. So I know Jay's got this one, but yeah, I like the phase
it's nice.
3.
I saw that yesterday. Yeah,
I like the phase 3 modular systems where you can like build it up or kind of like scale it back. So I think this is like the basic rack, but you can get a half rack extension. You can do you can like add storage and everything to it, and I'm fairly sure Primal has done something similar in their home gym department. I don't know if it's in the sale. So obviously these are all the commercial grade ones, which you can sometimes find these like X display ones for a really good price. Where is the home series? This is the one. Scrolling really quickly if anybody is. I don't even know. I don't think the live stream will be able to see our screen. So if you are watching on the live stream on Facebook, make sure to check out the YouTube video if you're wanting to see what we can see. For some reason it's gone. I've got clicked on home series and it's taken me to clearance.
Okay, was anything good in there?
Essentials home rack and bench for $589. That's not a bad price for. That's not West Side Spacing, is it? No. Oh, this is
West Side Spacing is nice, but it's not the be all and end.
Essential.
Yeah, I mean it is nice, but like for the sake of half an inch, when you're not training, when you're not lifting 800 pounds off your chest, like it's fine.
Yeah.
That's what it was originally invented for, isn't it? Like to work on specific points. And the guys that are working with that are just in shirts and lifting off blocks and bands and lifting insane amounts that you would never, no sane person would want to put over their body.
100%. I can't find it. I don't know if they pulled it. Yeah, I can't find the modular system.
Yeah, they called it something else. That rack's still really popular, isn't it? That half rack. Yeah, that price is kind of held for a while, isn't it? For $1,000.
Oh, here it is. The modular rack package. So essentially,
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
The base unit. You've then got crossovers that can be added on to either side, as well as the single kind of like pulley at the back. So I was tempted. The only thing it kind of doesn't have is the Smith machine option. I think if
I use that at home.
Yeah. So for me, I use the Smith machine quite a bit. So I'll do, like, for example, I did push last night. So I worked up to like heavy sets on dumbbells with like the 40s, and then straight from there going to an incline Smith machine press. So I've done like my heavy loading stuff with the dumbbell work, and then I would normally, if I was in a gym, just move on to some sort of chest pressing machine to then continue to load up, but in like only one plane of motion, a maximum two. And I can do that at home, kind of like with the Smith machine, because I've already done the majority of my like high tension work, kind of like with the dumbbells. So I do like having the Smith there as like an option. I know like a few years ago, you mentioned training on a Smith machine. People looked at you like you had like 4 heads or something, but it seems to work quite well for me anyway.
Hey, Smith machines. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. They've got a place. They're a tool. Like when you get outside the realms of I just want to, squat big, like deadlift big, or whatever, and you use them more of a tool for building muscle, then yeah, you see the gym very differently. Like a bodybuilding gym laid out to a powerlifting gym is very different. But then again, like I've got a mate, he's done is he's only ever trained pure bodybuilding movements in exercise section for those, built an incredible, like a huge amount of muscle. Like I don't know if he's gone on gear yet or not, but like great physique, really worked hard on just building muscle, staying on high rep ranges, has now gone into doing a heavy phase. And we're talking bench, he's going to bench 4 plates. And it's just like he's made bigger progress than some of these young guys trying to just do sets of 5 all the time. I was like, put some muscle on. You want to lift more weight, get bigger muscles to start with. Yeah.
Well, if you watch any of these bodybuilders, especially like the professional ones, the weight that they are using is not a small amount of weight. Like
my favorite is when it was like bodybuilders are weak, and it's like, are they weak? Yeah.
Have you watched Ian Valier like deadlift like 6 or 7 plates for like reps? It's like that's not weak. Like,
I mean, when you look at high level powerlifters, I mean they're insane. We're talking like 4 bodyweight deadlifts, like they're talking that, but like that sort of zone before is like, get some reps in, man. Like all the strongmen do tons of reps as well, because they know it's being big and is part of being strong for most people, like putting on more muscle mass. Like we're saying, the guys that max out weight classes normally look the biggest and strongest.
So Robert Slack has said, for that price, you can get an all-in-one rack with weight, stacks, Smith machine, and a ton of attachments. Not that oversized thing, plate loaded. I think he's referring to this thing that we're saying on here.
What's rack he talking about?
This rack that's on the screen.
Yeah, what's he comparing it to?
Robert, if you're still watching, like, could you give us an example of a rack that you're talking about in terms of like and then we can have a look at it to compare them. We'll see if he's still. Yeah, he's just going to take a moment to find something.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's tons of racks. Different people like you say, mate, you might look at that and go, what the hell is that monstrosity? I don't need any of that crap. And totally fine. Like I've got essentially the same thing, apart from the cables, with a lat pull down attachment off a half rack. I can make it work. But it's just like, if you want to put that in the space and that price suits your budget, then go for it.
Yeah. So I think with Primal stuff as well, it tends to be, the reason why a lot of their stuff is a lot more expensive is because obviously it's commercial grade, which means they have to go through a lot more testing in terms of making sure that it could stand up to the rigors of being in a gym, etc. Where's the Muscle Squad version? So
yeah, they look really good, the new Muscle Squad stuff, don't they? Yeah, you see, like for example, if you just scroll up a little bit, you see where they've got the stuff off to the side for like storage. Yes, I think that looks super sleek. I really like the look of it. I think their plate 3 rack storage station. I think that looks fantastic. Like that one there, the 1,650. Like that looks brilliant. But I'm just like, do I want to spend an extra 300-600? I mean, I might do to like maybe bring my tax bill down. I don't know, but like it just looks so slick and professional, doesn't it? Like, yes, you can get away with keeping dumbbells on the floor. But it's like, if you want to buy that, then buy it. That looks brilliant. That I really like that actually.
I think that would look more in place in like a personal training studio rather than like a home gym.
Yeah, which I guess is kind of what my gym is now. Yeah, it's kind of more of a personal training / home gym. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah.
Yes, they don't have the. So this is the comparable one from Muscle Squad.
Yeah.
So you're looking at it's similar, but you're looking at another to get the weight stacks. weight stacks are expensive.
Stacks cost a lot of money. Yes, they're a lot smoother. I think what he means is maybe that one there, the Phase 4 cable equipped. No,
Yeah, like a functional trainer.
Yeah, that looks. You see, that looks amazing. Like, yes, you're paying a lot for it, but it does look pretty incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think for 1,700 quid, you're probably going to struggle to find something that's got like a good quality, like Smith machine, as well as like adjustable cables and stuff. Like the only one I can think of is I've got the Marcy system, but the cables aren't adjustable. It has got a kind of a Smith machine on it. It's got some really shitty pec deck on the back that I kind of like never use, and then the kind of like the low cable. But that's plate loaded as well. And that cost me probably about 1,000. So I've not seen anything comparable recently for that price. We'll see what Robert can come up with though. You're the man who knows about bars. So
I was just gonna say, should we have a look at barbells to see if anything pops up? So if you go on Primal Austin, is it the Primal Austin power bar? Is quite nice. See if that pops up.
See if I can find Austin. Yeah, so that's going for 219 at the moment, down from 365. I think looks like it was. See, I like this though. It's got RRP, and then I'm guessing this is what it was just before the Black Friday offer came on. A lot of companies you'll see would just have this price on, as in what it was at its kind of like highest price, so that you think you're getting more of a discount than you actually are.
It's marketing 101 there, isn't it?
Yeah, or they put the price up like 2 weeks before Black Friday.
Oh, hello, my protein.
Sorry, I just said what you said there. Oh, I'm guessing that's just a normal bar. I was just talking about
some on Extreme Fitness, their power bar, the silverback, which is okay. Like, it's good. It's a good bar. It's a little bit whippy, which can be quite a good thing if you're after that little bit of whip. But then we're talking about when you start getting towards the 300 mark, it whips slightly. Whereas if you're not lifting that amount, then it won't bother you. But it's 300 quid, which is, I guess, what bars cost these days. Are probably 50 quid more than I probably personally would have spent on it. And there's no sale there on that Tiger bar. No.
So Mirafit have got their 15 kilo women's bar down to 129 at the moment in black and orange.
Seems all right. Yeah, you're still looking around handles 200 quid. The dumbbell handles. Is anyone still buying those things? They're shit, aren't they? I hate using them. Yes, they were.
Over about 30 kilos.
Oh, you're taking your life in your hands.
Yeah, exactly. I sold both pairs of mine, just because I bought a dumbbell set. I think even the adjustables are much better than these things. Again,
I've still got the power blocks. Bloody love them. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They go up to 41. Which, to be honest, for me, I don't really go over 41 on anything. Now I do reps. Yeah, I don't really go up on anything because I don't really go over 40. Like I've still got my 50 dumbbells down at the bottom. But it's like, yes, I could probably lie down bench a set of 50s for like, I don't know, set of 8 or 10 or something. But then it's kind of like I would probably get more out of dropping the weight and taking a real solid pause and thinking about squeezing my pec. So yeah, I don't really use that heavy these days. Hang on.
Yeah. There's only one exercise I go above 40s, which is flat dumbbell press. I'm just trying to think. Even like my rows and stuff, I'm doing more cable work at the moment because I'm really trying to work on my lats. I spent the last 12 months actually learning how to engage my lats properly when I'm training back. Like, I know for a fact from me before, I was just in most pulling movements, I was just moving the weight from A to B rather than actually thinking about the direction I'm driving my elbow to get my lats to engage. And my lats have grown ridiculously this last as I
always say to people at train, if you can't feel the muscle working what it's meant to, then it's not. Like, you need to feel that connection.
Wow. muscle squads 5 to 40s are down to 200 quid. I think that's just one dumbbell though.
Yeah. Didn't you have those for a bit?
No.
Jay's got them, I think.
I think Jay had. I've got these ones. So the missus uses these inside.
Yeah.
Because we don't. So she doesn't like to train in the garage because it's cold, which I won't get into. But she will do her training in the living room with these things, and up to 12 kilos on each side is enough for her. So she has a set of those inside, and I've got my full set of dumbbells like outside. What do you think of these like dumbbell like stand things?
Fine. I've got mine. Depends on the price. Probably 100 quid or under, I'd probably buy a pair. But you can make some out of wood if you want. It depends on the time. But I mean, I just keep my power blocks on an old adjustable step plyo box, like box squat from Mirafit.
Oh, yeah.
It does the job. So I'm happy with that.
So you're just lifting them up from a high point without.
Yeah, it's pretty high up anyway. Like it's kind of like mid. It's kind of like what do you call it? Waist height. So it's fine. But yeah, I wouldn't keep dumbbells on the floor. It'd be a fucking literally a pain in the back. Yeah. So yeah, phase 3 barbell from.
Fitness. Sorry, you carry on. I'm just
phase 3 7-foot black barbell from Muscle Squad, 180 quid. That seems all right. Pretty good specs as well. So yeah, you still need to pay around 200 quid for a decent barbell. You'll get away with 100 quid for some like cheapy shit ones. You could probably get away with them for years, but I think if you're serious about your training, get a good barbell. Like it doesn't have to be IPF powerlifting specs, but something that's not gonna snap over time when you're lifting it or bend.
Oh wow.
That's like a transformer, that machine, doesn't it?
So yeah, so this is a full system, and like we said, kind of like before, to get this plate loaded, you'd have to add another like 600 quid onto it or something like that. So when we looked at the Muscle Squad version, you were looking at like £2,000 for the same sort of system, but kind of like plate loaded. So yeah, completely agree. Like for the average person in a home gym, this would probably do everything that you kind of need it to, especially if you're extremely limited on space. I've never seen these Body Max ones though. I like that. It looks cool. But yeah, like when you're looking at like weight added stuff, you could easily knock probably a third off the price compared to the weight stacks, just because it costs so much more to make a so no weight stack is a weight stacked at least 100 for space saving, in my opinion. Great. Yeah, 100% for like saving space, and for like your average person within the gym, you've got so much functionality from one machine here. It's going to be a very, very useful tool to use kind of like in a home gym. I've got something similar. It's not as nice as this. Like I was looking at the Primal Monster series ones, which are looking at like at least twice this price for a similar sort of system. So you can go cheap and cheerful with these things, or you can go like all bells and whistles. There's a wide spectrum, and it all depends on kind of like your budget, etc. So if you've got the money to invest into this stuff, what you got to remember is it is an investment. Like I said on the podcast last week, I know right now as money kind of gets tighter, if I need to start cutting back on things, one of the things I can cut back on is a gym membership, because I know I can still train to a decent level kind of like within my home gym. It's one of the reasons why I haven't got rid of it, is that I know now that training is a big part of my life. So investing in this stuff so that it's there as and when I need it. And like yesterday, I couldn't get to the gym during the day just I was absolutely swamped with work. And I don't like driving my car on the A1 at night, just because you get nutters driving on it, and it's not a great car. So like knowing that, and then Willow was acting up at bedtime, I didn't get out there till gone 8 o'clock. I still could go in, like the gym I go to would close at 9. So I got like a half an hour. I'd have driven for 15, 20 minutes, got a half an hour session and had to come home. But it meant that I could just go out to the garage, still get a really, really good session in, and just improvise some of the exercises that are in there.
That's
Yeah, I would pay, if I had the money to spare, the choice between the plate loaded ones and the weight stacks, then yeah, weight stacks are going to be better. It all just depends on your budget that you've got at the time. So what were you saying about bars?
The what do you call it? Muscle squat bar experiment. I'm saying it's 180 quid, I think. But yeah, bar wise, I think if you say, you know, if you're kind of just training at home, feeling good, want to look good, naked, and better around health, I think you need to spend around, let's say, 100 absolute minimum to 100, between 100 and 200 for a decent bar. I think if you're a power lifter and you're very serious, or a strength athlete about lifting the biggest weight you can, you're gonna have to spend more towards 300. I don't think many are popping up in Black Friday sales either.
So you got the Olympic Power Barbell 300 there. Yeah, it doesn't look like barbells are getting much love on these Black Friday sales, but I think it's exactly kind of like what you said there. Like the amount you invest into your barbell is very much going to depend on how you train and what you're training for. Like you said, a barbell is far more important to a power lifter than a bodybuilder. So with a bodybuilder, it's just one tool that you can use. So you might not want to spend 500 quid on your barbell, just because, like for me in my program at the moment, how much barbell work have I got? I've got one exercise maybe across my whole program.
Fuck yeah, I don't have much. Oh, you've really got me there. Fuck. Shit. I use a straight barbell, maybe 3 exercises. Not even that now at the moment. Maybe 2 exercises. Fucking who have I become? Yeah, twice a week. That's it. Just everything I want. Yeah, everything else is something different. Oh wow, this is weird.
I'm also the first time in your life.
I'm also getting paranoid, mate. Like I think because I can't train legs at the moment, I've lost a lot of weight in my my God, I sound like such a loser. And my knees hurt, my back hurts. I don't squat. Yeah, I'm down to like 100. I think I weighed myself almost 107 kilos, which is like fucking hell. That's like last time when we were regularly talking on the podcast, I think I was very close to 120, if not more. So it's just like it's really strange. Like it's a different place to be in. Yeah, I don't mind.
You need to dash soon, don't you?
Yeah, I got 2 minutes and I got to go. I got to go work. But but I mean,
guys.
basically, if in terms of Black Friday deals, if anyone sees anything, please keep posting in the groups or anything you share. I know a couple of the groups got pin posts and things like that. But you know, Black Friday can be a wonderful time to pick up something you've got your eye on, or just pick up something you never even thought about. And you're like, oh, that'll do. But then also just don't feel you have to spend money just because you have to, because you know Black Friday was created to get us to spend money, right? So if there is something that's, you know, suits your budget and you're pretty happy for it, go for it. If not, then just wait a few months and pick up some secondhand Black Friday deals.
So yeah, to anybody who's listening that's not a member of the Home Gym UK community, I think that's what it's called now, on Facebook, a lot of these companies that we've been kind of showing on the video have got affiliation codes with us. I don't know whether those affiliation codes will work in conjunction with Black Friday. 9 times out of 10 they don't, because the discount you're going to get on Black Friday is going to be much better than the 10-15% they're offering to kind of like the group. But if you do want to join a community of home gym owners that all love training and training from home and sharing ideas, I will pop the link in the show notes as well. So this is a little bit different, talking through some of the good offers and some of the companies that are out there. I know yourself and me have all bought from a lot of these kind of different companies, and if you ever want to check out a company before you buy from them, again, the group is a great resource for that, just because there's thousands of people in there that have bought from lots and lots of these companies and share their experience with you. So before we go, Dan, if the guys want to follow you on social media, where can they find you?
At Bubbles and Beans on Instagram, and I think I'm just Dan Frazier on Facebook.
Perfect. And I am the dadbod_coach on Instagram, and you can find me in the group on Facebook as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will hopefully have the show notes up for this very soon.